All right, everybody, welcome out to the Lager Room. It is Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Rhode Island's favorite son,
Good born here.
Beer Samurai. Say hi, Beer Samurai.
Hey guys. Oh, I'm indoors now, so I don't really need the mask
I was going to
anymore.
say, yeah, you're like somebody driving in a car wearing the mask by themselves.
Yeah, and just you know it. You've probably seen that meme that just somewhere I know someone's in the shower wearing a mask.
Someone's in the shower wearing a mask. Yeah, not a shower cap, a shower mask. How can they drink the shower beer while they're wearing a shower mask? That's the question I have.
Yeah, we need shower beers. We still need to do that in an episode.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but you know what? We're going to try.
Beautiful weather up here. Are you getting the beautiful weather down there too?
It's foggy, sunny and foggy. How's that? It's sunny and foggy.
Okay, we kind of experienced that last night, but it was foggy and dark.
Odd. Yeah, no, it was super foggy last night. I took the I went outside about I don't know, about 9 o'clock, and you couldn't see the car when I walked. Well, I was about 15 feet away from it. That's that foggy.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be confused because they know there's a beer cast and they know that there's a sports cast, and
Right.
this is the beer cast, despite the way we're dressed. And Johnny, what are you wearing?
What am I wearing? What am I wearing? Or is it who am I wearing? Who's it wearing? I am wearing a Giants jersey, and it is none other than Mr. Eli Manning's number 10, which will be retired. And
He's entering the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
At some point, entering the Jersey Hall of Fame. He actually did get inducted this past Sunday night, and of course, I'm wearing my Giants coach's sideline cap too. So, not that I'm a coach, not that I'm on the sideline, but I'm wearing the cap. So, and who are you wearing?
I'm wearing none other than Mark Barham. It's
Mark
really
Bavaro, but otherwise known to everybody that knows and loves him, Rambo. Rambo.
You know, it's probably one of the few Giant jerseys you could wear up here and probably not get threatened.
Gotcha.
Everyone loved Bavaro. He was just that great of a player.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Why did you have me dress up in sports gear today?
Well, we had a little bit of a challenge. We didn't announce it last week. We had a little bit of a sports challenge. We had to find some sort of a sports related beer, and I don't mean Miller Lite or Coors Silver Bullet. I mean something the name, not necessarily the beer itself, that has to do with sports. And luckily for me, I found not too far away. Go figure, in Colts Neck, New Jersey, Source Brewing re-released a beer that they brewed a little while back called Elite Tribute. It's the right there. It's the it's covering my face. It's the beer that they brewed in tribute to Eli Manning. They had said after they brewed it the first time that they were going to rebrew it when he goes into the Hall of Fame, meaning Canton, Ohio. Yeah. But he just got yes.
And Eli called them up and sucked up all of Pete's backstore, so they had to rebrew it anyway, right?
Something like that. Yeah, it did happen like that. Yeah. Well, no, he actually got inducted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame this past Sunday. So in honor of that, they actually rebrewed it now. And of course, I'm sure they'll brew it again when he does. Notice I say when, not if. When he does go into Canton, into the Hall of Fame. The two things that are helping him, will help him get into the Hall of Fame are, let's see, 2 Super Bowl wins, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and his last name's Manning. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I think he'll be a gold jacket wearing member. Anyway, I'm going to open this beer. Hold on, let me open it.
Because I'm waiting anxiously for you to open that so I can open mine.
There we go. And I'm going to pour it in my brand new Source Brewing glass.
Ah, very nice. Which one you got there?
It's the IPA glass.
I have the wheat glass.
All right. It's got a nice little head on it. Actually, it's got a nice big head on it, but
that's what she said.
That's what she said. Well, it's actually pours really nice. Hazy straw. Yeah, this is really tasty. It's 8%. On the can, it actually says two-time Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl MVP, all Giants franchise records, number 7 all-time touchdowns, number 7 all-time passing yards, number 7 all-time pass completions, 2017 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. I have to say something right now. It's actually 2016 Walter Payton Award he got. So we should make a note of letting Pete and Jeremy know that. Anyway, 2020 Bart Starr Award, 2020 New Jersey Hall of Fame. There you go. So they added that one on the end there. Again, 8%. It's I'm gonna take a sip.
Yeah, 8%.
8%. This is nice. Great nose feel, Eric. Oh, that's tasty. That's really nice. Definitely juicy. There's citrus, but it's not acidic citrus. It's juicier citrus, like tangerine, if you will. Definitely berry flavors in that. It's not. It's super easy. It's not easy Eli.
We usually save the tasting notes for the podcast, but
I didn't get into a lot right there. I just wanted to give a couple because this is an Eli Manning beer, and I just wanted to give a little bit of an information there. Okay, hold on. Mr. Pete Minetti, who's Radio Pete on our sports podcast, just said 8%. Woohoo!
Yeah,
there he is, and of course, take a look, everybody, at Pete Minetti's profile picture. You might wonder who that is. Yeah, he's not my twin. We'll leave it alone. So anyway, what you call it? So anybody else have any questions, anything to say, whatever, just by all means comment in. Not to Pete. Anybody watching this, about 7:00 tonight, we'll be live with the sports podcast. You'll be able to see Pete as well as Harry Lugnuts. Speaking of podcasts, before we get to it, why don't you tell us what you're drinking? I want to know what your challenge beer was.
Well, the thing about the challenge, either I've got an awful memory and I don't remember the challenge. 2, anybody who knows John knows he's got a very casual relationship with the space-time continuum, stress on time, and went forward and came back, issued the challenge forward in time, and I've got lost, or it just got dumped on me about an hour ago. I'm not sure. It's probably my memory, though.
It's your memory.
I was reminded an hour ago. But I did something that good. Since you're going with Source.
Yes.
Your go-to brewery. My go-to brewery is Smug.
Your go-to brewery is Smug. That is correct.
I'm going to drink a Nemesis here. Now, a Nemesis is a session ale. We got 4.9% going here, so I'm almost half of you.
I was going to say you got to drink 2 of those to catch up to me.
I'll be ahead of you. Well, the reason we're going with Nemesis here is in honor of Eli Manning and the fact that I live in New England. There was no greater nemesis to their glorious Patriots than said Eli Manning.
There you go. Well done. Kudos, sir.
And drinking it in one. Oh, hold on. Got an alarm going off here.
Uh-oh.
Hold the fort down for a second.
I'll hold the fort down while you...
You turn this off.
You might want to turn that off. There you go. Folks, while he's going to do whatever it is he's going to do, Radio Pete just chimed in and said, should be a good sports podcast tonight. Yes, it should be. You're going to want to check that out at 7:00. We're going live, the Facebook Live, for the teaser for the sports podcast, which will be live later this week. And obviously, as well as the craft beer one. So back to Beer Samurai and his alarm. What was that alarm for there, sir?
Well, I'm sorry. I've got my jalapenos here. And the reason I've got my jalapenos is I am now... Oh, there's one on the ground. All right, we'll get that one later. Because cleaning up after oneself makes for awful, awful television or Facebook Live, whatever you want to call it, because
That's TV. Why not?
it's not called, they're not nachos unless you put some jalapenos on.
Oh, look at that.
So we had to have some nachos. Today is International Day of the Nacho.
Radio Pete want to know nachos? Yes, Pete. Nachos. They are nachos. Apparently today is the day of the nacho.
Now, the thing about that, it was invented, well, the nachos were invented by Ignacio Anaya. And it's funny because it's such a thing where, when you picture a plate of nachos, I guess maybe it's just us. We picture a bunch of guys watching football, eating nachos, swilling beer. Nachos were actually invented for military wives. A bunch of military wives were out shopping, were hungry. All the restaurants were closed. One restaurant was kind of open. They were on the way closing. Ignacio was there. And Ignacio, whose nickname was, since it's Ignacio, Nacho, it's named after him, took some tortillas, took some shredded cheese, some jalapenos, put them in the oven, handed it off to the ladies, and it's been a thing ever since, right?
There you go. So basically today is Nacho Day.
No, it's not Joe Day because you don't have nachos. I do.
True story. True story.
Now I'm going to drink this unsullied by the nachos first.
There you go. What's the initial flavor? We will get into the tasting notes in the podcast. I'll have to tune in later in the week to the podcast.
Like yours, this has got some citrus going in it. This is one of my favorite beers they put out. I probably bought more of this beer than any other beer I bought up here.
Nice. That's your
definitely more so. So, cheers. You like the glass here?
Cheers to you too. Cheers.
Cheers. And on that note, I'm going to down some nachos here.
On that note, while you down some nachos, I will bid adieu to everybody. Folks, if you're watching this Facebook Live video, we're going to head over. We're going to head over to our audio portion, which you cannot see. We're going to record it, and it will be live later in the week. Folks, check out our website, Sorry about that. I was watching you do that. www.lageroom.com, LAGERROOM.com. And, of course, all of our social media. Obviously, you already know Facebook, but Twitter and Instagram are all at The Lager Room. Folks, we post whenever the podcast goes live, but if you head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or TuneIn or Stitcher, you can subscribe to our podcast feed, and you will never miss an episode. So do that for us. And, of course, if you're watching us on Facebook Live and you're not a follower of our Facebook page, you don't like our Facebook page or whatever, please do so now. Please like our Facebook page. So this way, anytime we do any videos or anything pops up, you'll get a notification as such. So, all right, folks, we're going to head over to do the audio. Dave, how are those nachos?
Really good. Really good.
Really good. Okay. On that note, folks, we'll talk to you later. Enjoy the evening. Make sure you tune back in at 7 o'clock for the sports video teaser for the podcast, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, folks.
Bye now. Cheers.